So I'm talking to Woo Dude today, and I sent him a little text. A little screenshot I got off of Tori's Telegram, and let me just pull it up. She posted a picture of Ryan James' wedding, wanted by the FBI for transnational drug trafficking and multiple murders in the furtherance of these drug crimes. Then she writes, "Say what? I swear this guy worked with Pelosi's husband in their shipping container business. I remember a photo of the Pelosi's with him from years ago. It was on my old YouTube and old Twitter as part of Goat Pizza investigation I did on Paul Pelosi." Because I remember Woo did saying something about her husband and son. You haven't heard the last of this as far as them goes. So he says, this with this crazy big moon thing right now, this Hunter's moon. And I'm like, yeah, there's an old post on the old message boards. Wink, wink. The hunters become the hunted, and the hunt for Red October. Speaking of October and hunt, we have a hunter's moon and this and that. Okay, interesting. He goes, about 6 days ago, Spirit kept putting the song Bad Moon Rising in my head. I don't even know the lyrics. I go, yeah, I don't either. I just know the one part. I hear a bad moon rising. Yeah, okay. What's the rest of it say? I don't know. Yeah, you just kind of hum along with it. I don't know what the hell he's saying. He goes, go see what the lyrics say. Let's see what this says. I said, all right. So I found the lyrics. I see the bad moon arising. I see trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. I see bad times today. Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. I hear hurricanes a blowin'. I know the end is comin' soon. I fear rivers overflowin'. I hear the voice of rage and ruin. Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise, all right. Hope you got your things together. Hope you are quite prepared to die. Looks like we're in for nasty weather. One eye is taken for an eye. Well, don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise. And it repeats it again. I think we just saw some of the rivers overflowing and hurricanes a blowing. And we don't know where we're going. The hurricanes are blowing. Is it raining? Is it pouring? Is a hurricane a blowing? Willy Wonka, son. So, with the remote viewers and this thing on the California coast, earthquake, tidal wave, something crazy, people from way up on the cliff sides viewing with binoculars and stuff at the chaos down below, piles of people on the highways can't get out, traffic everywhere. And so, is it that? Is it this? Is it the other thing? I don't know. But remember when the whole thing with Ukraine and we had bridges going down, there was a bunch of bridges that went down in Ukraine and elsewhere, by the way. Just a thing with bridges collapsing or blowing up or whatever. And he said, before that happened, he goes, their spirit keeps playing that song in my mind, "Bridge over troubled water." Like a bridge over troubled waters, I will lay me down. Now, if I can only sing about 10% of Simon and Garfunkel style or Steven, you might enjoy me doing that kind of thing. And you wouldn't just laugh, you'd Be like, oh God, that guy, man, his voice is like, Jay Snip's voice is like angelic. But instead, it's more like Bozo the Clown singing to you. But that's okay, because if you're entertained and it makes you smile and laugh, I suppose I'll keep doing it. Matter of fact, I can't help myself. Whenever I say something, lyric. Oh, that song just came on my mind. And I do some nonsense for you. Just gotta do it. That's what I do. So on that note, we're getting mighty close to the election. Remote viewers seeing a switch out, possibly. Kamala, Kamala, Kamala. Steven did do a song, crypto karaoke on YouTube. He just did that song recently. Kamala, So, is Gavin Newsom going to swap up in there real quick? Is there going to be something with Trump even? Again, the Supreme Court thing is again, I think Tori posted something on that yesterday. Like, oh yeah, by the way, could the Supreme Court rule on the 2020 election prior to this election taking place, which again is 2 weeks away, roughly, maybe a little more, and throw absolute chaos into the mix? And that's a possibility. Again, Brunson Brothers, John Rich, the country singer, mentioning something about the Brunson Brothers, and all of a sudden, Brunson Brothers update. By the way, we're kind of back at the Supreme Court again with that whole thing. And again, their whole thing wasn't necessarily about elections. It was that they're making the claim that, does a person's oath of office mean anything? If they took an oath of office, which they have to take, Congress members in particular, and the president and vice president, they've got to take an oath, swear to affirm. But if it doesn't mean anything, then why swear or do anything at all, right? It has to have some kind of meaning. And it has something to do with this oath that their lawsuit in the Supreme Court is about. And that certain evidence was presented to Congress regarding the 2020 election. And they said, nah, we're not going to look at it. And somehow this ties into, well, they have to take their oath of office seriously, because if they did, then they have to look at this. It's part of their duty. They chose not to, except for these 100 or so other members who wanted to. But the rest of them said, no, screw it. See you later. So, and I don't know the intricacies of all of this whole case, but it's something along those lines. It's interesting. It's all about timing. Again, I told you from day one when I saw that, I go, there's no way this is by chance. This is part of the plan, son. Like, that's my mind. This is part of the movie script. Maybe third time's the charm, or whatever time it is now. So, that's it. Again, we're getting close to the elections, and it is not going to be smooth. Again, I'll be completely shocked if we even have any. So, that's all I want to share with you. Take care.